Train the muscles, not the joints.
So welcome back to Natural Gallant Bodybuilding. And I know it looks like I'm moving around a lot because I just want to film in different locations. And this video, at least this part anyway, is in 4K. So I'm messing around with different creative outlets here. So before I talk about anything, I want you guys, if you're subscribed to the channel, to make sure that you're getting the notifications. And the only way to do this is to click the little gear icon or bell icon beside the subscribe button and then click receive notifications, because otherwise YouTube is not sending out my videos to my subscribers. So please do this. It's going to ensure that we can keep our relationship alive, just in case YouTube, well, YouTube's always moody. Sometimes they decide to kill channels and they'd rather basically promote a fidget spinner channel in your newsfeed. So yeah, do yourself a favor and click that bell icon to receive notifications so you'll actually get my videos. That said too, if you haven't, join my newsletter at my website, naturalgallantbodybuilding.com. And if you go to my website there is a newsletter and you can sign up for that. So just in case the YouTube channel gets shut down or something weird happens or some glitch or something like that, I can still get a hold of you and say, hey, listen, here's where my new upload site is. This is where my new videos are going to be and all this kind of stuff, because there's always some other place I can move all my content in case, so that way you guys won't lose it. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about, is it possible to train the exact same exercise 2 days in a row? And I've done this quite a bit. Now, there is a certain couple stipulations, or at least one stipulation for sure, that I will say, if you're going to do the same exercise 2 days in a row, make sure you stay lighter. With higher rep ranges, it works fine, but if you go too heavy, you may strain yourself or hurt yourself. So when I'm doing exercises of 20 to 40 reps or something like that, sometimes I'll do 2 days in a row of the same exercise, and sometimes my reps will actually go up the next day as opposed to the first day, because the groove is perfected. I've got a certain amount of tightness in the muscle, so it almost helps to give you that elastic energy to drive through the workout. And if you can do this, if you're just a tiny bit tight, just a tiny bit sore, sometimes it can actually help you push even harder with that exercise and build more intensity. So it's almost like the free weight becomes more of a machine movement because your stabilization is so on point. You know, the exercise becomes so stable that you can push those prime movers even harder. So if you do this right, it works great. If you do this too much, if you go overkill on the weight or something like that, you will injure yourself. So I wouldn't recommend training a body part every single day or training an exercise every single day. But on the short term, sometimes overreaching, overtraining on purpose for short periods of time can pay off big time. It can give you some big dividends in the recovery department and in the growth department, okay? So it may help you shatter a few plateaus. So you may train the same exercise or same body part a few days in a row or 3 or 4 days, and then take a day or two off and not even train the body part at that point and let it all recover. So I find this works best with a little bit of a higher rep range. If you go too heavy, again, the risk of injury is there. So anyway, here I am showing you second day in a row of doing flat bench in the gym.
When you train a body part twice in a row, 2 days in a row, with higher reps, you sometimes can actually go up in reps. It doesn't always go down. So the whole fallacy out there that says you can't train the same body part twice in 2 days, or the same exercise twice in 2 days, not necessarily true. I wouldn't recommend it all the time, unless of course you're doing a little bit of a higher rep range. It seems you can get away with things when you're doing a little bit of higher rep range, and sometimes you will increase your endurance from glycogen storage as well as coordination. And It's a technique I like to do. I like to overload the muscle that way from time to time. But if you are going to use the same exercise, I wouldn't recommend doing a 5 rep range or 4 rep or really heavy. That's all I can say, right? I did more reps at 225 than I did yesterday. Even though I'm having trouble finding my groove on this bench because this barbell doesn't have the knurling necessary for me to find exactly the stable points. So you'll see me kind of mess around in the beginning of the set. So, but ultimately my reps are still higher anyway. So if you're sticking to higher reps, don't be afraid to actually do the same exercise 2 days in a row and just see how it feels. Sometimes you'll get a better mind-muscle connection from it. You'll notice that you feel a better pump. And yeah, it's something you don't have to do every day, but 2 days in a row can be a good experiment for you to try, just to overload it in a different way, right? So thanks a lot for watching. Make sure you tune in next time by clicking that subscribe button and the receive notifications by clicking the gear icon. And if you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturallandbodybuilding.com and take care for now. And share my stuff. Seriously, share my stuff. It helps me out a little bit because, hey, nobody else is going to do it. Nobody else is going to do it.